I said, come on, Fahugwa gods. I said, come on, Fahugwa gods. Everybody to the limit, everybody to the limit, everybody come on, Fahugwa gods. I said, ooh, Fahugwa gods. Say, ooh, Fahugwa gods. Who's that Fahugwa? Who's that Fahugwa gods? I don't know who it is, but it probably is Fahugwa gods. I asked my friend Joe, I asked my friend Jake. They said it was Fahugwa gods. What's up, everybody? We're playing. Oh! We're playing Elden Ring. We got world boss action. Our boy Fahugwa God's here. Oh, jeez. I don't know if we're ready for this guy. I'm gonna back off of that. That's not even what I went this way for. No, we want to go. No, leave me alone. I just want to collect my fruits. I want to collect my row of fruits and pick flowers. So, it's been a couple days since I last recorded. I recorded those first 2 episodes the night before launch. And now, it's a few days after launch, actually. And, frankly, I've been playing the shit out of this game. Like, I've been waking up, playing Elden Ring, and then going to bed. Waking up, playing Elden Ring, and going to bed. I took like 5 days off work. Today's my last day off. Probably never going to get a day off again. But, that's fine. So, like, I kind of have a little bit of guidance, a little bit of direction, like an idea of where I'm going. I think for now, for now, obviously our goal is to beat the first Legacy dungeon and all of the relevant bosses. But we're going to wander around and, do other things, too.
You come to lend me your aid, have you?
Yes.
Well, that's very kind, but,
Oh, you've never seen someone this beautiful?
No, the help is very much appreciated, even from a tarnished.
Well, you're ugly.
Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the true order.
Yeah, you stand before true nobility.
Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave.
Yeah?
The Untarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood.
Oh, does it
The
now?
Knight Commander from Stormvale took it. A fool, and plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood.
Obsessed, you say?
What are you waiting for? A kiss goodbye?
Yes.
My fort lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. Take it back for me. Oh, I see. You wish to know the reward.
Is it the kiss?
Fret not. The great Kenneth Height is known for his considerable largesse.
Large ass, you say?
Will be lavish indeed.
Oh, man, this sounds better and better. Oh. There it is. You heard it here first. Kenneth Height has a large ass and he's talking about giving you a kiss. Top 10 Elden Ring waifus easily. Number 1, Kenneth Height. He's not as pretty as Fahugwa Gods, but But yeah, so like I've played all weekend, pretty much nonstop. Quiet down, I'm talking. And I can safely say this game's hard as fuck, and I love it. Can you calm down over there? I'm doing things. Thank you. So, alright, what we just picked up, the Flask of Wondrous Physic, is a really, really neat new thing, right? So basically, throughout the game, doing things, you will find various crystal tears. And as you can see here, it has an effect. You can have 2 crystal tears in your Flask of Wondrous Physic to have it grant 2 effects. And these effects can vary pretty widely. Like, there's obviously the basic one that we just got, which is just heal half your health. which is nice to have. It's a nice starting point. It kind of functions as like a baby Estus flask, or a better Estus flask, depending on how much health you have versus how good your flask is. So that's worth, mentioning. But I've seen stuff like it adds a bubble that negates more or less all incoming damage for one attack. I've seen one that like suicide bombs shortly after you drink it. I've seen a lot of different use cases. I'm also going to teach you guys how to make a certain boss in a certain spot. Basically a cakewalk. It's going to involve coming back over here too. Out of my way. Out of my way! Now, I've heard complaints about, various things in the game, But really, I don't have any complaints personally. I think that this might be the best game I've ever played. Now, I'm not terribly far in on my own, personal characters. I'm way too busy seeing cool things on the subreddit and then building a brand new character just to explore that. And then going back to my normal character before I even get, any of that shit going on, or discovering stuff on my own and like thinking, I wonder how far this particular thing goes, and would it be worth building a whole character specifically around it. Now, we're not going to take Kenneth Heights Fort back right now, but we are going to approach it for one thing and one thing only, and that's this right here. Golden seeds are your best friend. Basically, like this, what I'm doing right now is kind of like cleaning up a little bit, so to speak, in the sense that I'm gathering up items, golden seeds and such. I know of a specific place with a specific enemy that would grant for a ridiculous number of souls, but we're not doing that right now. We're actually going to go back here to the Church of Ella. And as you see, that map I picked up animates your map. It draws it out for you, shows you the grand overview of everything that you're... I'm sorry, hello.
A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna.
Oh, there will be pleasure, all
I
right.
tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed.
What all them hands
On
do?
looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee.
I could be your
Thou
spectral
art
steed.
possessed of the power, no, to call forth a spectral steed named Torrent.
Yeah, we can call
As I
for
had
it.
hoped, I was entrusted this with thee by Torrent's former master. 'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits.
This is also a cool mechanic.
Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erd Tree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest. Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
Alright. But yeah, there's so that's a cool mechanic right there. Go ahead and set those bad boys right there so we can summon them as needed. But we're gonna talk to this guy, our very first merchant.
Wait, weren't you? Well, you're back.
And let's see, we'll ask him about the howling in the Mistwood.
Howl of a wolf. In the Mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolves howl, make this signal right under the source. Oh, don't fret. There is nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off.
I've been spending my whole time playing this game, some like 60 hours or something already, wondering what in the fuck is this that you're holding, my guy? Every merchant that looks like you is holding one, and I cannot for the life of me figure out what it is. Oh, I never noticed the. Okay, so like it's some kind of instrument, but you're not playing it. Why is there a hand on it? What is this other stick that seems to reach your foot? Michael Zaki, I need answers. Anyway, we can snap our fingers. So, you know, we're going to go back to the Third Church of America as a waypoint. And I forgot to start a timer. Shit. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to start a timer. And we're going to rock it till about 10 minutes. And then we'll call that an episode. This episode is really just like, I guess you could say it's like an informational episode, like a tutorial on some stuff to do early on to get the ball rolling. You know, if you're just hopping into the game and, you know, watching people on YouTube to figure stuff out. Because, like, if I'm being honest, there's a lot of stuff that I don't know and understand about this game at all. You know, like, I'm terrified. Like, I have all these alts that, like, I want to do cool things with, but I'm terrified to commit to any of it because I have no idea how much of these particular things actually, like, exists in the game, you know. The nomadic cookbook, that's a cool thing to have. The nomadic cookbooks, there's a bunch of them. I think I saw a post on Reddit that said something about, like, there being, like, 20-something of them. Or some shit like that. There's a lot of them, but those give you your crafting recipes. Alright, so you come over here. We'll go ahead and replace this with the finger snap. We'll do it. Such a satisfying click. Hey, buddy.
Carly sent you, did he? Never the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrow. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darrow is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
See, I've got no idea what this guy is, what his deal is. But anyway, now we're back to the Agil Lake North. We've met Blythe. Blythe. And now it's time to follow the road again, but this time we're going to head south. And there's a couple of reasons for that. There is a whole southern area on the map that I'm not going to do in super great detail for you guys, but I'm going to do a few things down there. And, yeah. Oh, you're still here? I guess it is still nighttime. So these guys, these Knights Cavalry, ow, fuck you. These Knights Cavalry, not only are they a bit of a challenge early on, they're not like the strongest enemies you'll encounter by any stretch of the imagination. They're not as strong as the Tree Sentinel right outside the front gate of, you know, the starting area. But they offer a fair and decent challenge. And at least one of them offers a cool weapon. I've only fought two, but I'm encouraged to believe that there are multiples. But they only show up at night. There's also death birds that only show up at night. And that, boy oh boy, are those a treat. So, there's a site of grace over here. So we shall grab it. Sites of grace are functionally bonfires. If you want to draw parallels to Dark Souls like I've been doing. I've been drawing nothing but parallels to Dark Souls. But anyhow, we're good and gonna go up here. Now, you can kill these weird onyxes. You know? This is how you see him over here just doing his thing. But the thing is that these ones in particular don't care about you. They're unbothered by your existence. Like, look at his eyeball. It's just the noises they make are just weird. Anyway, this is an Evergaol gate. You can find a lot of interesting side bosses this way. And because we met Wolf Boy, we can summon him over here.
Darrow, rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends for you.
Alright, and then you come up to over here. Get your cheap early hit. And really, honestly, Blade kind of like makes this fight really trivial. But you do want to get in on there. You don't want to die. Blade, are you gonna fucking die and make me a liar when I said you make this fight trivial? Okay, you healed up. Jumping attacks are like a phenomenal addition to this game. They really add a layer to the combat. And you get the Bloodhound's Fang, some souls, and more importantly, you made your new homie happy. And that's how friendship happens. You know, you work together with your homie, and your homie works together with you.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize. Oh yes. I should say, if you venture north to Rhea Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon.
Alright, so that about solves that. Now, to get to this southern peninsula, there's numerous ways you can go about it, one of which is completely safe, but it involves a precarious jumping sequence with Torrent. Now, I suck at that stuff, so we're going to go this way. Missed! We're going to cross the bridge like decent human beings. Now, you may be able to make off in the distance there, but that is a ballista. They have siege equipment holding down this bridge. See? And that right there is why people don't recommend the bridge. Why those ballista bolts blow up, I don't know. But they do, and that's just the reality that we have to face. So here we go again. Our souls are conveniently right here. This time we're not going to take a straight line. We're going to kind of grab that, you know, kind of grab that. That's important, yeah. And we are clear. There's a site of grace right here. You can come over here and bloop, bloop, bloop. Site of grace. And we're going to go have dialogue with an NPC over here to get things started, and then there's actually something else that I want to do. Because it's still fairly early game.
Hello?
So.
Is somebody there?
Yes!
Might I bend your ear for a moment, please?
Oh, you can bend more than my ear.
I've escaped from Castle Morn to the south. The servants there have rebelled.
What a shame.
I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see.
Well, it might be the rag on your head.
Frightful howling from all over. My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty. As commander. I fear for father's life. The servants are full of wrath, filled with hatred for every one of us.
Oh, I'm sure
They've
he's
since
fine.
come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear it's no different at Castle Morn. Please, I implore you, would you mind taking a letter to my father? At the castle, my soul wishes that he escape, even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't say no to a woman in need.
Take this.
Person in need, really. A human in need.
Deliver it to my father, who remains in the castle, if you please.
Alright, we did that. And now, one last thing over here by the Church of Ella. We're creeping up on that 10-minute mark, but that's okay. We're gonna do a little dungeon. And I have to emphasize little because it's very short. But, you know. It's worth doing. The Groveside Cave. Now, for a lot of people, this may very well be your very first side dungeon. And there is a boss in this side dungeon. There's a boss in most side dungeons. And, yeah. So, also, when it comes to early level ups, I strongly recommend, you don't have to listen to me, but I do strongly recommend getting your vigor up. Probably to 25, maybe 30, at least 25. 25 gets you to a nice round 800, you know. 30 gets you up closer to 1,000 though, for your HP. And having a lot of HP really can be your best friend in this game. You know, I've read a lot of people's comments on Reddit saying that having a bunch of HP really makes the game easier, and it does. It does make the game easier. I know it's tempting to just go full on hard mode for damage, but like sometimes the best thing you can do is up your survivability. Because you can't always rely on dodging and blocking and stuff. Especially if you started as a class that doesn't have a nice 100% physical damage blocking shield. So like really, you know, that's just kind of how it is. And this boss is a great first dungeon boss to fight because it gets you used to erratic movesets that are predictable enough and completely fair, but can be challenging for a new player. Especially coming in here is the first thing you did. You know, you're not always going to just like make him look like a clown like I just did. But he can be a challenging first boss to really encounter. Assuming you didn't take the bait and fight Tree Sentinel first, because fuck that guy. Anyway, that's going to do it. That's going to be the episode. We beat 2 bosses actually, so that's not too bad. Smaller minor bosses, but hey. We did run from one though. That fucking Knights Cavalry. He's an asshole. But I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you guys for tuning in, for sticking around, for watching. Elden Ring is here, my guys, and it's probably, like I said earlier, it's probably the best game I've ever played in my whole life. This is how you fucking do an open world game. In my honest opinion, my humble opinion. I admit I kind of dick ride for FromSoft. They've got a phenomenal reputation for making phenomenal games. So I admit I dick ride a little bit. I'm not gonna hide from it. I ain't gonna run from it. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I'll see you all next time. We're gonna keep playing Elden Ring for a little while. We're at least gonna see what's popping in Stormvale Castle before we're done. And that is that. Might keep going past that. I don't know. I'm trying to get as far as I can on my other characters to gauge how much time between interesting things is so that I can keep the series interesting. I don't want a whole episode of just riding around on my horse doing nothing. You know, I say that at the end of an episode where really I spent a lot of time just riding around on my horse grabbing items, but you know, like, in order to get ahead, there's a lot of that. So I'm trying to strategize how I want to do this playthrough to not fuck myself, but also keep it interesting. So I feel like there's probably going to be a good amount of off-camera action. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next episode. I got a couple of things planned for this next one. So tune in and farewell.